I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, where the weather is perfect and the roads are just sublime. What do we have today on the show? The new AMG GTC. Now, this new AMG has more power under the hood, 557 horsepower, and a better rear axle. It's wider to put the power down better. They say it's better to drive despite being a convertible. We have some of the finest driving roads around. Let's take a look. With its canyons, cactus, coyotes, and wide open roads, Arizona is almost the perfect place to test a car. The Roadster, in fact, is a new drop-top version of AMG's GT, which so far was only available as a coupe. The Roadster's got a wider rear section that looks pretty nice. Of course, the coupe's cockpit-like cabin is gone, that shrunken cabin, that's gone. But you do get this new grille that they call Panamericana after the famous road race that they won. In its journey from coupe to Roadster, the GT has gained around 50 kilos, used as additional bracing to make the car stiff. What's impressive is that the 3-layer fabric roof absorbs noise quite well. It's never absolutely hushed in the cabin, but I don't have to raise my voice to converse with my passenger either. Squeeze the throttle harder and the wind noise fades out, and the roar of the V8 fades right in. The engine note is throaty, it pops, it crackles on overrun, and just sounds fabulous. Under the hood, the 4-liter bi-turbo V8 has been worked on to help it deliver 557 horsepower. It's called the GTC, but it's closer actually to the GTR with its wider rear fenders, wider track, and 4-wheel steering system. But what's it like to drive? Does it drive better than the GT Coupe? And is the additional power just as usable as on the earlier car? The first bit of surprise is that the ride isn't really comfortable or cushy. There's a bit of shimmy, the springs are stiff even in comfort mode, and you can feel each and every one of the bumps as they come through. Yes, there is a layer of comfort over it, there is some padding, there is some isolation, but it isn't really comfortable, and the big bumps go thud-thud quite often. What I don't get is any looseness or scuttle shake, something you often get in convertibles when you chop the load-bearing roof off. Well, the other thing I don't really like too much about this car is the steering. Yes, it's accurate and well, it sort of guides you in the right direction, but you've got to concentrate and place the car properly each and every time. And it does move around a bit when you're going pretty quick, and that's probably because of the chassis stiffness. The rear wheel steering system, however, works really well. On twisty canyon roads, the GTC feels smaller and tighter than I remember. There's also tremendous grip coming out of corners with the electronically controlled rear diff lock feeding just the right amount of power to the wheels. Of course, the absolutely crazy bit is this incredible twin turbo engine. Now they've really wound it up to the max it can make, and when you put your foot down, it just sticks and goes. It's just so much torque, and it pulls from anywhere on the power band. Just incredible. There's no delay, it's just on it all the way till 7,000 RPM. Fabulous. It still has to be one of the best turbocharged V8s around. And of course, what makes it all the more interesting is that V8 soundtrack. And the fact that you can hear it so much clearly here, so much better in the convertible, well, that just makes it special. The other thing with this car, of course, is that you tend to forget just how fast it is. A good 3 or 4 second squeeze and you're way past the speed limit. So you really got to curb yourself, you got to make sure there's nobody around, and then yeah, well, you can pull it a bit harder. And the other standout feature on this car, absolutely brilliant feature, are the brakes. You just This gives you so much confidence. You can sort of feel your way into the corner, feel your way to the apex, settle the car down, and then get on the gas really hard. AMG's GTC is fast, seductive, and very engaging to drive. The car we'll get in India, however, won't be quite as exciting. That car, the GT Roadster, gets a less powerful 476 horsepower engine, no four-wheel steering, no adjustable dampers, and only a mechanical rear differential. What's likely to be unchanged, however, is the GT's sense of fun. The stunning looks, the explosive power of the engine, the sharp handling, but is it worth an estimated 2.5 crores? Well, that's something we can only tell you once we get our hands on the car sometime in November. Can't wait.